the property is 10% and plus it's overpriced, you get no inspections, you get no phone calls, you get no inquiries, no inspection. When it's between 5 to 10% above the market price, you get inspection, but you get no offers.
Okay.
And then when it's right on the button,
you
get inspections. Everybody wants to come and have a visit to the property, and everybody wants to say, like, how can I make an offer on it? A routine or a habit is hard at the start, messy in the middle, and beautiful, gorgeous at the end.
Yeah.
And but once it becomes like you create a routine or habit, then it kind of creates you. It just becomes part of you, right?
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, Nathan.
Nice to be back, Bowie. Nice to be back. Happy Tuesday. We record this podcast, right?
Tuesdays. And they go live the next week. We actually got someone the other day saying, "Where's your podcast? You missed a week."
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we do a video?
Yeah.
Well, okay, right. I mean, I suppose we'll try and do it every week. We promise we'll do it every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're sorry. We're trying to make sure we do it as often as we can. Every single week is the thing. Is that okay?
Yeah. So sorry. I think his tagline on Instagram was "pull" or something like that.
Right.
So apologies. But Santi's a busy man, and sometimes
Sure.
we need him shooting homes. But yeah, we aim every Tuesday to get these out.
Yeah. Fair call. And plus we get paid a lot of money for this. So So it's like if we don't do it,
we do the big bucks. You're away next week as well, are you?
not till Thursday. No, not till next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then George is away. I'm away. So we'll see what we can make do.
So we're having a break between, let's say, from the second week of next week till end of July, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
And then we're back in action.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, it is winter, I suppose, and people like to get away. And
yeah,
I'm looking forward to my skiing trip. You're looking forward to your Europe trip.
Certainly am.
George is obviously looking forward to going to the Sunshine Coast, isn't he?
No, she just wanted me to ask you, what's your ideal holiday?
My ideal holiday.
Yeah.
I'm going to to be honest, Bobby, it was like you back in the day, you go to a warm place, right? And then now I'm just enjoying 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm going down south, as you know, to Cromwell.
Yeah.
Snowboarding. Like I've been doing this for the last few years. I've got a dear friend of mine that's coming along with me. We've got a bunch of people that's gonna meet me there.
Yeah.
And we're doing a good snowboarding tour. So cold holiday for me this year. The ideal holiday, I went to Cyprus once. I got another very good friend of mine that lives in Cyprus. He retired there. Early retirement, but he retired there. That was a nice holiday.
Yeah.
I'd like more of a relaxation. If it was any holiday, I'd say my ideal one would be like going a place, putting my feet up, and just reading a book, having a pina colada maybe.
Nice. Yeah.
So that would be my ideal holiday if there was one thing that I could say I can do. Okay, I'll do this. Otherwise, 4 seasons, as you know, I'm not big on I just love what I do, and I do like to go away every when I'm away for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy it. It doesn't matter where I go. I could go to Cromwell. I can go to wherever.
Do you
I
think
can
you
just
come
stay
back?
at home.
Do you think you come back better
I can just stay at home.
when you've had a break?
It feels like when you away, go away and then come back, you kind of like you want to get back to work. There's a second wind energy, if you will. Like your energy's kind of spike back up. You kind of miss what you do because otherwise it becomes kind of mundane doing everything, same thing every day, all day, right?
Yeah.
Even doesn't matter how much you love it. Holiday, for the last few years since the pandemic, I would from Christmas, just before Christmas, I just stay at home till second week, third week of January before I go back to work.
Yeah.
So I can just relax at home. It's good to be content where you are. I think when you go away on a holiday.
Yeah, and you live in a beautiful place too.
I love it.
It's like being on holiday there.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it really is. It really is. I love the place, like the tracks and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not from Christchurch, go to Sumner, Scarborough, around there. Running tracks, cycling, seaside, nice cafes. Beautiful.
The best.
Yeah. All right. Today we're going to do a Q&A. So this is the second time we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a few questions from real estate agents. The first one, you don't have to do a long answer for this one. It was Nick Hill who just started today. And I asked him, do you want Nathan to answer any questions in today's podcast? And he said, when, if ever, have you broken your discipline or routine? And why did you do that? Can you think of a last couple of years, maybe?
Broken discipline. What I do, Bobby, like I say, like, I'm flawed just like everybody else, every human being, right? One of the things that I do, I can't remember exactly when I broke the discipline, like, waking up early, and then I didn't wake up early. But sometimes I like to challenge my body. I like to keep my body guessing, or keep my mind guessing. Like, I won't go to training for a week.
Yeah.
I just do not train it. So this week, no training.
Why is that?
Just to kind of like keep my mind thinking.
Yeah.
Keep my mind, because otherwise things become like, sometimes you go same road.
Yeah.
Keep going the same road. You don't know why the hell you're doing it. You're going the same road.
Yeah.
Like I come down Feeder Road when I go to the gym at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock. I go turn right. And then now what I do is like, I consciously think about mixing the route.
Yeah.
So why do I do that? I like to make sure I'm always conscious, always thinking about, not sleepwalking, if you will.
Yeah, you're not like a robot going through life. Like you said, it can get quite mundane too if you're doing the same thing week by week.
Yeah.
I find that. And you don't want to become reliant on, if I don't exercise today, I can't perform how I normally do. You don't want to become reliant on that thing. That's how I think anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, subconsciously, I want to change. I want to challenge my subconscious I'm thinking about doing this because we're doing this for so long. It just becomes a routine, which is fantastic for some things. But I do like to still challenge it and change it every now and then, give it a little break, and go at it again. Missed my discipline. Like this thing says, like, things becomes a routine after a little while. Like Robin Sharma said it beautifully. He said, a routine or a habit is hard at the start, messy in the middle, and beautiful, gorgeous at the end.
Yeah.
And but once it becomes like you create a routine or habit, then it kind of creates you. It just becomes part of you, right? So in the recent months or years, like I can't really remember. I'm not saying like I never make mistakes. I never go other way. Like I step by my routine every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, have I? When did I miss the thing? I know she said short answer.
But it's like this week you're taking a break from your exercise, right? Like, I mean, I'm not saying you're going away from your discipline, but that's an interesting answer. You're stopping it. Yeah. So you're not just you're more subconscious is working, and you're not going through life like a robot. So
sometimes I'll do it. I'm not stop training this week because I've got training this week. Yeah. But I'll do it occasionally. I do it occasionally. I just do no training. Sometimes I'll sleep in. Like last Thursday, I just need to probably sleep in. But now I enjoy the sleep in. Like back in the days, I feel bad. Yeah. If I slept in, I feel bad. Now I'm like, when I sleep in, I love it. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really
I love a sleep in as well.
You do.
I'm not like you though, but I do. I love a sleep in. All right, let's get into the second question. There you go, Nick Hill. Hope you enjoyed that answer. The man doesn't break his discipline. All right, question 1 from Darren. If you had $1,000 to grow your personal real estate brand, so I think he's just talking about himself. Yeah. From the beginning, where would you spend this money?
$1,000 if I can go back to my When I started, what I would do is, I'll put $1,000 in my pocket. I won't even spend it because I might need that someplace else. What I would do door knocking is free.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find me an area. We've spoken about this in the past, right?
Yeah.
I'll find me an area, 1,000 houses. I'll buy me a good pair of shoes with $1,000. I'll door knock the hell out of that place.
Yeah.
Like, I'll door knock him and I'll just introduce to everybody, like, I'm your guy.
Yeah.
If you need to sell, if you need any advice, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do, Darren.
And save the money.
And save the money. And then once the money start coming in, then you can start doing marketing. Stop trying to do, like, if it's digital marketing, it's just like spraying and praying.
It's not going to go $1,000. Won't even go far. I wouldn't even put that on a digital marketing.
And if you did a printout, let's say you did some deliveries, right? Yeah. Okay, once you do deliveries. No, put $1,000 in your pocket and do door knocking for free.
Mm-hmm.
Buy yourself a nice pair of shoes.
Yeah.
So it's sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just door knock, introduce yourself to an area that you're going to love and specialize in.
Yeah.
And once money starts coming in, then you can start investing in yourself and your marketing.
Nice. Question 2, Lucy. I am looking to become a real estate agent in New Zealand. What's the first step that you would take?
If I was becoming a real estate agent, and now what I would do, I would start learning before I start real estate. Like, what's her name?
Lucy.
Lucy, what I would do is I would learn everything about real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I'll become a very good real estate agent before I even start real estate. What I mean by that is, like, you can reach out to some good agents out there. You can listen to podcasts like this. There's a whole lot of other podcasts you can listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Read some books about it could be business books, could be real estate book, could be sales books. So you become real good at before you get into real estate. And then also just interview where you're going to work. Go there and interview a bunch of agencies that you're going to work in. Not interview, because you're working. It's like, I talk about this, like, agents don't work for agencies. Agencies work for agents.
Yeah.
Like, when I talk to my team here, like, our job is to make sure we make it as good as we possibly can for our agents.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure things like, we've got the training here, we'll make sure we've got the systems here, make sure we've got structures here, make sure we can give them everything that they need so they can start flying, right?
Yeah. So
for Lucy, I would go and interview a bunch of agencies and see what agency can help you with the skill set and the system.
Yeah.
The mindset is your one thing that if we can go about the talk about triads.
And what would you be? You said go out and learn as much as possible about real estate. What exactly would you want her to go and learn apart from trying to find the right agency?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would learn about the contracts, real estate contract, what it entails. You don't even have to start working yet to learn that, because you can search that on Google. I would learn. Well, I've spoken about this in the past, an area, because, okay, I'm becoming a real estate agent, but I'm going to specialize in this area. Know about this area, go and see who the top agents are in the area, who sells most houses, what are the kind of property that they sell in the area, newer houses, older houses, cheaper houses, expensive houses, and make a whole lot of notes.
Yeah.
Before you get your real estate license. And I hope by that time you've got a bunch of listings, people talking to you like, all right, I'm thinking about selling, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just about to get my license. Maybe we can talk after I get my license.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed, we just had a guy start here. He his job prior to this, I think it was kind of like telesales in a way, like door knocking, cold calling, calling these prospects back up to sell like internet, things like that. And I've noticed he's in the office and he's very good on the phone. He's not scared to door knock.
Yeah.
So like if they have a job like that prior to real estate agent, I think it's like a perfect transition job to get into it, because you get that confidence.
I really think so. I think like I talk about door knocking and cold calling, I really think it builds character. It really does. And if you haven't done that, maybe Lucy, you can go and start doing some door knocking, because you're gonna come to that anyway. Just go and door knock and say, hey, like I'm gonna be the new girl in the block selling real estate,
Yeah.
and just get to know the people in the area, because that's going to help you build character.
Yeah.
And plus doing trainings and stuff. There's some books that we can suggest. There's plenty of real estate books, plenty of podcasts like this they can listen to.
That flows into actually the next question from
Mm-hmm.
Clara. What's one book that has helped you the most in life, whether it's real estate or just general?
Just one?
Oh, okay. Give us 3.
3, thank you. I think that's easy.
That is a hard. Yeah, that is.
So one of them would be As a Man Thinketh.
As a man, think
As
it.
a Man Thinketh.
What's that about?
It's I think it's James Allen. He speaks about, like, you become what you think about. It's just an absolutely brilliant book. Like, you can achieve anything that you have if your mind can conceive it. You can achieve it, kind of thing, right? It talks about that, the mentality side of things. So I'll study that.
Yeah.
Think and Grow Rich. Is anybody that I know is successful has read that. It's an absolutely brilliant book by Napoleon Hill, I believe it is.
Yeah, it's a great book.
It's an absolutely amazing book, right? I don't know anybody who was successful, who's done well, not read that book. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And the last one, which is the real estate one, You Inc. by John McGrath. It's a brilliant book. It talks about
What was that again?
You Inc.
You Inc.
Yeah.
Okay. INK.
YOU Inc. INK.
Okay,
Incorporation, like your brand, your company, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it talks about it's a very real estate, great real estate book. There's 3. I've got a bunch of other ones I could talk about too. I'm telling you, but these are the best.
Yeah.
The 3 that I can think of right now that you should read. And if you haven't read any of those books, I think you should read it anyway. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the business or not been in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen back to that. Read those 3 books. Reading a book, it depends how you read, but it takes me a long time because you're like processing it all. But some people just fly through
I'm
them.
a slow reader too.
But I think these type of books, especially Grow Rich, you need to process it and take your time with it. Don't just read it quickly. Really process it. Yeah.
True. Highlight it as I do. And also it's on audiobooks as well. So the best way for me, and it's a human thing to learn, is subconscious, like get recorded, brainwash your mind, is to listen to something before you go to bed.
Yeah.
And it's been proven. So what I do is I listen to is a 45 minutes little clip. Maybe we can put that as a footnote for people. It's 45 minutes. I listen to very often. Like most nights I'll play it and I'll just fall asleep to that.
Okay.
And just go straight to your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
might not even need to read the book.
well, yeah. Imagine that when science says, no, you don't actually need to read it. Just listen to it in your dreams. We'll put the books in the comments as well.
Yeah. Good idea.
Nice.
Great idea.
All right, Sonia. This kind of probably relates to a lot of people in New Zealand at the moment because the market is slowing down. So she says, I've got a 1 million plus listing and it's stale. I've done everything. The owner doesn't want to have open homes or a sign in his yard.
Yeah.
We've done a small price reduction. We've had a few showings when the listing went live. The house is in great shape. Is it just the price? Question. It's on an acre of land in a fantastic school district.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, it is the price. And what I talk to when I talk to people, talk to agents, is if you haven't got the price, the presentation, the promotion, and the marketing right the first when you launch the property, you kind of missed the buyer's wave, as I call it.
Yeah.
So my suggestion now, I hope you've got good relationship with the owners. What I'll usually do, if a property doesn't sell in a certain period of time, I'll give it a break. I'll talk to my owner saying, hey, we've been on the market for longer than we should. We haven't got an offer on it. Maybe whatever happened.
What's that timeline usually?
Usually I'll do it because I'll probably do it if I haven't got an offer on it within 6 weeks to 7 weeks. I'll be having conversation with my owners saying, and with my owners, because we build such a good relationship with them, they will listen to me. Majority of them, not all of them, but majority of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've got their own way of thinking, and which is fine. When you're dealing with people, that's happened, right? But majority of my owners, I'll give it a break, take it off the market, give it 2-3 weeks break, like we're doing one with one down Silver Peaks. Sorry, Iris Taylor in West Milton. We had an offer on it. They couldn't sell their house, and we were on the market for a couple of months, almost couple of months. So we said we'll just take it off the market, we'll give it 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and then go back to the market. Usually, it's the price, the presentation, promotion, slash the marketing, or is the agent, because the agent giving the high price to the owner. I'm sure this wasn't the case, but if that was the case, I would even then I would just say, hey, like, I think we might have missed the buyer's wave.
Yeah.
Let's take it off the market and go back to it. Because how many price reduction you're going to have? Like, keep having price reductions.
So when's the first price reduction?
I really think you got to be really on the ball.
Yeah.
You got to really on the ball. You got to be like, first 1 day, 2 days, 3, 4 days, no inquiries, no phone calls, no viewings at the open home. You need to get onto it. You need to adjust the price guide. You need to talk to clients. One of the other things that we have, unfortunately, here in New Zealand, and most agencies do this, which is insanity, they don't put price guides or price on the properties. It just doesn't make no sense to me at all. When there was a stats that 72% of buyers do not look at a home.
Yeah.
If there's no price or price guide on it. So there should be a price or price guide on it. And then for the first 4 weeks, if there's no price on or price guide on it, you kind of miss the buyer. Miss this time that you can get the maximum possible price.
Yeah.
First 30 days.
And when you're adjusting the price, like you go to the market with a price, and you're adjusting it, you've already kind of done your market research on your first initial price. So how much are you pulling that down? Like 5%, or what's your thought process?
So usually what happens from my experience, when the property is 10% and plus it's overpriced, you get no inspections, you get no phone calls, you get no inquiries, no inspection. When it's between 5 to 10% above the market price, you get inspection, but you get no offers.
Okay.
And then when it's right on the button, you get inspections. Everybody wants to come and visit the property, and everybody wants to say, like, how can I make an offer on it? That's when you hit the thing right on the nose.
Yeah.
Because the competition, the goal is for an agent is to create competition, because competition is going to help us get the best possible price, right?
Yeah. So
in this case there, I would say, do a little bit more research. Most of the problem is like when agents don't do enough research.
Yeah.
I would say, when I suggest to agents, like, before you go look at the property, do a whole lot of research. Look at the expensive house, look at a cheaper house than their house, and then give them a realistic suggestion of what you think the property is worth.
Yeah.
But what happens, Nathan, if I give them a realistic price and they go with another agent? Okay, well, the other agent overpriced the property anyways. They're going to come back to you. So being careful at the start, in this case, once again, is I would just have a good conversation with my owner saying, hey, the property is sold. We don't want to make look like nobody wants your house. Let's take it off the market, give it a break, and go back to the market in 2 weeks' time, brand new.
And it's going back to that podcast we did about buyer and vendor expectations, setting those expectations before you go to the market. So I'm sure Sonia did that, but it sounds like maybe she needs to take it back off the market, look at the price again, look at the other elements. You said like marketing, presentation, then go back to the market.
Absolutely.
A few weeks later.
And then my suggestion will be, Sonia, put a price guide on it, or realistically price it. Do not put a property on the market without no price or price guide. Drive buyers insane, and then you probably cost your vendors a whole lot of money.
Yeah. I was looking at stats today in your suburb, West Milton, and in 2022, which was around like the peak, like June, they were selling for 20 to 35% above the RV.
Interesting, yeah.
And now I looked at June and May, or May and June, sorry, this year, and they're selling for either the RV or just below.
Interesting,
yeah. So you said the market was going to drop around 15%, and there you go.
Interesting. It's not like we
don't want to say I told you so.
It's coming like that though. Even though I'm tempted not to say that, I'm trying not to say that.
I can say it though for you.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, you see that. Thank you. And the truth is, like, it's like most people, I don't think they've got bad intention. I don't think they tell people, they know and they tell people wrong, but they don't know. Most people have no idea how this thing called real estate market works. They've been selling real estate for so long that they kind of forgotten how to sell real estate.
Yeah.
How the market works, right? They're like, yeah, you just do something for so long. It's like, talk about deliberate practice makes you great, makes you a professional, makes you an expert.
Yeah.
They forgot to do deliberate practice. They just turning up to work. It's like, yeah, anytime is a good time to sell. It's like the market goes up and down.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the market is, but it's
It's volatile, isn't it? I mean,
it's interesting.
yeah. Hopefully the next few years, though, and like you've said, the market's going to return somewhat back to normal and start growing
A good healthy.
at a healthy, like 2 to 4%, you say, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A good and healthy growth is good for everybody.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So, final question, Joe. How long did it take you to get your first deal when starting as a real estate agent? And does it matter how long? I've been licensed for less than 3 weeks, but it's very different from any other job I've ever had because of the uncertainty. Does it mean that you won't be successful in the industry? I can't stop overthinking and comparing myself.
Okay, first of all, stop comparing yourself.
Yeah.
Because you try and compare you with 3 weeks with my 17 years old is silly, right?
That's true.
Like, and comparison is a thief of joy. So don't do that. Some of the best people that I know took him a long time to sell real estate. Shah, one of our girls, she's a star now. It took her 6 months, I think, or however long it was.
I think she said about 6 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
to sell her first house. John McGrath was about 6 months, I think, before his first sale. I think Phil Harris, he took him a long time to do the first sale as well.
And these are some of the best
These are some of the
Australian
best people.
agents,
These are
right?
some of the best people, right? Personally, for me, I got into business when I was 18. I had nobody that owned homes. I sold a little section down in Mariho, and that took me that was 6 months to sell my first section. And I still remember I got a check for 3,300, whatever it was, and I was so happy.
Yeah.
So happy. It wasn't funny. But look, which as I told to every agent who is prepared to listen, in a new agent or people that we talk to, our agents, I says, like, it's a long-term game. If you there's two type of businesses: today's business and then later's business. Nurturing the business, the client for the future, right? It's just like the water pump. Like my grandma used to say, like the water pump.
Yeah.
Have you seen a handheld water pump?
I know exactly the ones you mean, like the old school metal ones that
That's
come out and
right.
you just keep cranking it until the water
so
comes.
when I grew up as a little kid, as a 5-year-old, we go down the block and trying to fill up our little
Is
bucket.
that right?
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah, exactly. So we used to go and fill the bucket.
Yeah.
And then what we would do, we would just jump on it. Me and my older sister would just jump on it, keep on pumping it. And nothing happens.
Yeah.
No water comes. And then all of a sudden you see water coming.
Yeah.
Right? And then once the water comes, then all you need to just pump it slowly and this just water keeps on flowing, right?
Yeah.
So don't give up. Don't give up. A lot of people give up too early. Keep on pumping the water.
Yeah. That's a great analogy. Is that your own?
No, I actually stole that from Zig Ziglar.
Yeah.
One of my
you should
other.
have claimed it as your own because you have a
Right.
story as well.
Right.
Zig Ziglar.
Zig Ziglar.
He's on your
He's got the Ziglar room over there. He's
Yeah.
one of my earlier heroes, one of my earlier mentors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it? I've heard of his name.
Zig Ziglar, he was a guy. Search him. He's a beautiful American accent.
Yeah.
And he talks about, he's a sales guy. He became one of the top salesmen, but then he was a motivational, inspirational speaker. And he talks about you got pumping, you got to pump, you got to pump. It was a beautiful, beautiful American accent that he's got. So no, I can't claim it, but I know that I used to do that. So I can go. It takes me back to Kabul.
Yeah.
Back to the little apartment place that we had. We'll go down below and pump the water.
Great. And just, he mentions there, stop overthinking. I think this is like a common thing that many people do, and they start getting in their head. Is there anything that you do or did do to stop overthinking?
Yeah, I think, like we talk about the mindset, right? And success in anything is 80% psychology and 20% mechanic. So what I'm suggesting for him is to do some, like do the hard work here in real estate, making phone calls, whatever you got to do. But work on your mind, because if I say this, Bo, I'm telling you, I said, if you give me a guy and a girl to hang out with me for 6 months, with all due respect, who's got the growth mindset and who's happy to do what you give him suggestion to do, I think you can create an absolute superstar.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, go back and just work on you, work on your mind, work on your heart, work on your soul, work on your body, and then everything else takes care of itself.
Great. We're actually on that. We're releasing Najib Masterclass soon.
Mm-hmm.
We did the first episode last week.
Yeah.
The mindset series. Get your mind right first. And that's what you talk about in the episode. And you actually give them like tips on how to build their mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So that is coming soon to all podcast listeners, maybe, if you're lucky.
That'd be lovely. I'll be very pleased to share with our listeners.
But it's going to be a whole course or masterclass, a 4-week course for real estate agents, both experienced and also looking to become new agents. So that'll be coming later this year.
So lovely. That's so good. I'm excited about that. And you're putting all the work though, so we appreciate you.
It's all you, Nathan. It's all coming from you.
It's the team behind us.
It is.
Santi, you got everybody here. You got Nashi. You got.
It's great. Yeah, great marketing team. I love them.
Amazing.
All right, those are the questions. Great answers, and I think this is good. Gives a different perspective. This type of format. So, what do you think?
I think I enjoyed it. I enjoy it because it's like I've got no preparation. I've got nothing. So it just comes from the heart.
Comes from the heart.
Yeah. And it's like, it takes me back to Kabul. It takes me back to my first year at in real estate when I had no money. Like the guy was saying, he's only got $1,000.
Yeah.
I remember going back to my first year when I couldn't turn my car off because the battery would go flat.
Yeah.
So it takes me back to those days, man.
Yeah.
It takes me back to those days. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thanks very much, Nathan. And if you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us a like. Give us a 5-star review. We're getting more and more listeners, which is good.
Brilliant.
And you can also watch us on YouTube. So
what does that mean? If they give us likes, do our pay go up? Do they?
Yeah, our pay goes up. Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go, please.
So it goes from $0 to 5 cents.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. So give us 5 cents. That'd be helpful.
How brilliant.
Because we do put a bit of time into this. So if you are enjoying it, we'd really appreciate a review and a like and subscribe on YouTube. So
appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, enjoy your holiday next week, Nathan, and we'll see you next week. We've got a podcaster next week as well.
So we are okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. See you next week.